Imagine the grandeur of a royal engagement. The expectations. The perfect choreography. The glittering smiles framed in history. But pause, what if I told you that behind the polished walls of palaces, behind the centuries of rehearsed traditions, a far more extraordinary story is unfolding? What if Princess Leonor of Spain is not only hinting at an engagement but redefining what it means to be royal in love, breaking rules, blending duty with desire, and silently signaling in ways sharper than any announcement could ever capture? Because this is not the engagement we expected. It's better. It's deeper. It's more human than any royal love story you have ever known. For months, whispers have traveled across Europe. Subtle glances, almost imperceptible gestures, and the unspoken weight of heritage weaving together into a narrative that feels both inevitable and shocking. Princess Leonor, the heir to the Spanish throne, stands at a threshold. And at that threshold, there are signs, engagement hints more powerful than public proclamations. Hints that leave historians, royal watchers, and even her closest family breathless. But what makes them so extraordinary? To answer that, we must step inside her world. Leonor has been raised in the shadow of duty. Every smile she offers, every word she utters, has been measured. And yet, within that cage of expectations, she has learned to breathe freedom. Look closely, and you'll see it, not in the grand speeches, but in the fleeting details. The way she pauses when her name is linked to someone else's. The glow in her eyes when the conversation drifts to companionship. The protective way her family both shields her and watches her. Engagement is not merely a question of love. For Leonor, it is about legacy, politics, and the soul of a nation. The first signs came quietly. A ring. No. Something subtler. A choice of words, a hand gesture at a public event, a blush that slipped past her usual composure. Suddenly, Spain was alive with speculation. Could it be? Was the Princess of Asturias preparing to announce the most significant union since her father's? And yet, unlike any engagement of the past, Leonor's hints spoke not of obligation, but of choice. That's what makes this story different. For centuries, royal marriages have been arrangements, alliances of power and convenience. But Leonor's whispers suggest something else entirely. Love, real love, may be taking center stage. And here lies the heart of the mystery. Who? The world looks toward Denmark, to Prince Christian. Theirs is a pairing whispered about across borders, a connection born not just of shared age but of shared destiny. Crown Prince Frederick's son, Crown Princess Mary's heir, standing across the halls of European gatherings with Leonor's gaze upon him. Too neat, too perfect. Could these hints point to him? Or do they lead us astray, a royal misdirection to keep the world guessing? Notice the subtle choreography of appearances. The moments when Leonor and Christian seem to orbit the same spaces. Smiles, half hidden behind formality. The closeness of two young royals who understand, more than anyone else, the burden of expectation. Yet, if this is true, if love blooms between two heirs, this would be the most consequential engagement in modern monarchy. A union not just of hearts but of thrones, reshaping the future of Spain, Denmark, and Europe itself. But wait, what if the hints point elsewhere? After all, Leonor is no ordinary royal. Her silence speaks as loudly as her presence. Look to her family. Queen Letizia, ever protective, reads her daughter's emotions with hawk-like precision. King Felipe, stoic but deeply aware, knows what is at stake. Every move Leonor makes is both hers and theirs, for in her hand rests the crown's future. Could it be that her hints are deliberate, a dance to remind the world that she chooses, rather than obeys? That her engagement, when it comes, will be hers alone, not Spain's arrangement. The beauty of Leonor's hints is in their ambiguity. A clasped hand here, an exchanged glance there. A refusal to dismiss rumors outright. Every action fuels speculation. And here we find the chain of curiosity. If these gestures mean something, why so soon? Leonor is young, yet her timeline is accelerated. As heir, her personal life intertwines with her duty earlier than most. Could it be that the engagement is not distant, but imminent? That the crown desires stability before she ascends? Listen closer to the subtle political context. Spain, often fractured by debates of monarchy versus republic, finds unexpected unity in Leonor. Her poised demeanor, her maturity beyond her years, earns her respect. An engagement, carefully timed, could reinforce that bond, capturing hearts in a way speeches never could. If love and duty intertwine, Spain gains not only a queen but a storybook future. This is why her hints are not random. They are signals, perhaps carefully placed, each carrying both personal meaning and national weight. Imagine being her, at 18, carrying such a burden. Every smile analyzed, every friendship scrutinized. And yet, beneath that pressure, Leonor carries herself with grace. That is why these hints matter. They reveal her humanity. She is not simply a symbol, she is a young woman who loves, who hopes, who yearns for companionship. That yearning, when glimpsed, electrifies the world. And so we circle back. What makes Leonor's engagement hints greater than any ever known? Because they are not about gold rings or rehearsed announcements. They are about glimpses of real love breaking through centuries of performance. They remind us that royalty, for all its pomp, is still flesh and blood. Leonor's story is not just Spain's future, it is a reminder that even queens can long for love, even heirs can choose their hearts. So watch closely. Every step she takes, every word she utters, is part of a larger unfolding story. Whether her path leads to Prince Christian, or another altogether, one truth is clear: when Princess Leonor does announce her engagement, it will not only be history. It will be humanity breaking through the crown, love triumphing over legacy. And that is why these hints, subtle though they may be, shine brighter than any diamond ring. Because sometimes the greatest royal engagements are not those announced in gilded halls, but those whispered in glances, in blushes, in silences that say more than words ever could. And when the world finally hears the truth, they will realize what we already sense: this engagement was always greater than history itself.